I'm driving on one of the great interstate systems of our country, and I see the sign that says lodging this exit. They need to stop saying lodging. Nobody uses the word lodging.
Yeah,
Where are we going to be lodging while on vacation? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, are you staying at a lodge? No, you're probably staying at a hotel or a motel.
What precisely is the definition of a lodge?
I think that a lodge is probably made out of wood, and it has a
Pancakes.
like a fire. Yeah, pancakes. There's a fire with a bearskin rug. You have to become a member of this lodge.
There's probably somebody somewhere smoking a pipe.
Yeah, yes, I would think so. Yeah, I'm not going to be using that in my next comedy act.
I love ranch dressing. I like to dip my pizza in ranch dressing. That's fine. You're just not allowed to vote anymore.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome. We eliminate the middleman and sell this podcast factory direct to you. Please welcome your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Michael.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast. This is episode 274.
All of the previous 273 episodes have brought you to this point.
That's true.
Today in our story...
that's very deep, Mike.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
all the decisions
we've
of
made
the past
led
have
us
led
to this
point
right here, right now.
in this basement, frozen on the screen.
Yeah. I want to
With
apologize.
nothing happening.
Yeah, I want to apologize for last week's episode because if you listened to episode 273, and it was a pretty good episode,
Pretty good.
we did tend to ramble on and on about a few things, colonoscopy, one of them, and a couple other things. I just want you to know I edited out a good 12 minutes of that podcast, so you're welcome. You had the cream of the crop, which was episode 273. On this episode, we're going to talk about Gumby again. This time, Gumby met a new Native American friend, Hopi, who is looking for the rain spirits, and you don't want to miss this one.
Come on, Pokey. Let's help him find the rain spirits.
Hey, how you been, Mike?
I've been okay up until the past 3 minutes when
Yeah.
we started having these weird problems with
Yeah.
the interwebs. We do have a video portion of this podcast and all previous episodes and everything at our website.
Oh, it's a good one.
IrritableDadSyndrome.com. I know it's weird in the 2025s to be talking about going to a website and .coms, but you know what? Calm down.
That's right.
Take a minute and go there.
Breathe in through your nose,
wherever you're
out
listening
through
to
the
us
mouth.
on. If you're on the iTunes, I know they call it something else. I don't care.
It's an
the
iCast.
Spotify's, the Giggles, iHeartRadio, all those different places.
Yep.
All of those apps you can get to our website.
Everywhere you can get your podcast.
And then when you get to the website, you'll see that there is artwork that goes along with every episode.
Oh, such great artwork.
There are transcripts, all the episodes. I'm talking about all of them, including the original Dirty 10 that led to this point.
The
Dirty 10.
Okay.
That's going on a T-shirt.
I haven't listened to 1 through 10 in quite some time.
No, I haven't. It's worth going back.
Maybe I'll go back and check that out.
Also, all of the little clips that you see on TikTok and YouTubes, all of those are collected in one place at the website.
IrritableDadSyndrome.com.
IrritableDadSyndrome.com, including a portal to get to our Patreon where you can support us.
Yes.
And keep this rocky ship. Is that a rocky ship?
It's a rocky ship.
Ready.
Exactly. It's rocking and rolling.
Musky ship rolling through
It does
the,
have a bit of a
the
smell.
seas of change. 5 years, folks.
5 years.
One would have thought we would have gotten
You know what?
past this part.
Pretty soon, Best of Volume 5 is coming out.
It is.
Yeah, it's, I don't know how many weeks, but it's coming up. And boy, it's going to be a good one.
Do you know this past week was our 5-year anniversary? Our original first upload.
Yeah.
I got a notification about it on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
Which is another place where you can follow us.
Yeah.
And get all of our updates and feeds and nice things. And comment and share.
Please.
Share and enjoy.
Yeah, you know
enjoy
what?
Enjoy and share.
If you like something about this podcast, all you got to do is drop us a line and let us know, and we'll try and do more of that. If you don't like something that we do in a podcast, drop us a line. We'll read it. I doubt we'll do anything
If
about
you're
it.
having-
We'll take it into consideration.
If there's anything you want us to talk about, current events, if you're having a personal problem that you want us to mock and make fun of, we're perfectly capable of doing that. We hold no certifications, nor experience, nor really any
licenses or patents, nothing.
Nothing. But we are experts at talking about things we don't understand.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
How you been?
I'm good.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Do you remember the good old days when you used to be able to go out and about in public and do pretty much whatever you wanted to without fear of going viral?
Yeah, rock out with your cock out, in other words.
Yes. Over the past couple of days, we record this episode a week in advance. There was a baseball game. I don't know who won the game, but it was
nobody cares and nobody knows who was even playing.
It was the Phillies and the Marlins. Okay, and a home run was knocked into the crowd.
Yeah,
it hit the floor in between the seats. Fair game. A bunch of people ran toward it.
The rules in a situation like that is something's coming towards you, get it. It's memorabilia at that point.
Yes. Nobody has any claim to it. A guy ran over and grabbed the ball, gave it to his kid. A woman runs over, grabs him by the arm, says, "Hey, that ball was supposed to be mine." And then the dude's like, "You know what? Whatever, lady." Gives the ball back to the woman, like, "Here."
He did.
It's not he gave it back to her. He's just like, "Here, take it." She went off.
Yeah.
And the world lost its ever-loving mind.
One of my favorite parts of that whole video is the look that he gives her when she runs over.
Hey!
He's like, "Whoa, Jesus!" It's like the Dwight when Angela came up behind Dwight in the office.
It's like
He's
she threw a spider on
Yeah.
him. Yeah. And then I remember, like it was yesterday because it was actually 2 days ago, but I saw something on the internet. Hey, internet, let's get her. Mm-hmm. Let's get her.
Yeah.
Find out this woman's name.
Yeah.
And they're trying to actively get her.
Yeah.
And okay,
They found
listen.
her.
Yeah, listen. I don't agree with what she did. Would I want to be friends with her? No. Would I want to work with her? No. But I'm telling you, it's like she's probably. It wouldn't surprise me if she got fired from her job.
Good.
It really wouldn't surprise me.
I'm
at
on
all.
the other team. I'm on Team Getter. I'm saying it's like when John Wick shot the dude in the Continental. You just broke the rule, man. Now everybody's out after you. So I told you I'm on the Reddits now. I see that stuff ground zero. The same thing happened to the CEO, the Polish CEO. That pulled the hat out of the kid or grabbed the hat. Did you see that? It was one of these baseball or rugby or whatever, hockey, golf players.
It was a hockey game and a puck.
A puck went into the stands, and then he came over and he signed his hat, and he's handing it to the kid, and the CEO grabs the hat and then goes over and puts it in his whoever that woman is that was with him's bag.
Right.
And his first reaction when the internet found out who he was, well, I was faster. Turns out, when you snatch things intended for a child, and your response to that is tough, I was faster, it doesn't go over that well.
Right.
So
right.
The good news of that one is that the team found out who the kid was.
It was at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they gave him like a signed thing and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And same thing happened with this lady that threw the ball or the ball came down at her.
Right. She thought she was entitled to it.
That kid got the baseball signed by the guy that actually hit the ball.
Yeah.
Who had a mullet, which that shocked me.
Yeah. He got a bat. He got like a goodie bag.
Yeah.
The kid and his dad are going to the World Series and they got an RV.
They got an RV out of it?
I read that they were getting an RV. Now that's
an investment. You can cook up some meth.
Cook some
get
hard meth,
rolling.
a good old blue meth in there. So
it's a biker cook.
Yes, it is.
Methylamine.
But I don't know. I'm like, okay, and this reminds me of, that couple who went to the Coldplay concert. They were cheating on their spouses, and they got caught on the kiss cam. That dude lost his job over that event.
Yeah.
Now, is it wrong to cheat on your wife? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you cheat on your spouse? No, you're not supposed to do that. But does that really warrant getting fired?
So, fun fact about that one is Liam... Oasis is on tour.
Liam Gallagher
put out a thing saying, "Hey, we don't have any cameras doing anything. Put your tongue down anybody's throat,
anybody
and
you
we
want.
don't care."
Yeah, Fukin.
Fukin.
Yeah.
But have you ever caught anything or had something thrown at you from an artist or sports like that?
At sports, no. But I've been in concerts where they've thrown out drumsticks. At Devo, they threw out little bouncy
balls.
Yeah.
You caught the guy's balls.
Yeah, yes.
But have you ever caught
I
them?
almost got a guitar pick. I did find a guitar pick on the ground that somebody had not seen. But listen, it's on the ground.
Yeah.
If nobody has touched it, it's fair game.
Now,
It is fair game. You grab it, boom.
a station break. Sure, 91. We are a comedy podcast. We're recording right now.
Yes, hi.
Welcome.
Greetings to you and all your friends in Finland.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
The one time that I've caught something, technically, it was caught by a security guard's hair, and then I snatched it out of her hair. But in my defense, she turned around and I showed the pic, and I said, and I quote, "You don't want this, do you?"
Right.
And she said, "Nah."
No.
So and I have that pic, and then the Devo balls.
Yes.
Those are the two things that I've captured.
Yes. This just in, we found out that the guy at the Coldplay concert was canoodling with an employee.
Yeah.
And so they determined that that termination was fair.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. Anyway, I just remember a long time ago, you could pretty much do whatever you wanted to before you went viral. But it's like, my God, these people have just become the most hated people in America.
Yeah, just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Just don't be a penis about things. Really.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm on team find them. I start looking whenever I see one of these people. I'm like, because the lady that took the ball, she looks a lot like somebody I've seen around Westchester before.
Yeah.
And I almost picked up the hotline.
We've got her. She's right down the street.
She's right. She's at the what do you call that? The Costco, snatching peanuts.
Yep. Anyway, so listen, if you're out and about, and by the way, you can't sue because when you buy a ticket, on the back of the ticket, it says that it's like you're in public. You should know better. Everybody, these things, these telephones, they all have cameras on them. So yeah, don't think that you can just go and be a dick and not. Yeah,
them
Lord.
days are over.
How you and I have never gone viral at any of the concerts. It's like we didn't go viral at Gojira.
No.
No. Or U2 or anything else. So,
Well, we never did anything dickish.
That's true.
That was caught on film. Now that's the key.
That's aha.
That's aha.
Hey, you want to touch my beats?
Speaking of going viral, I did something that kind of went viral. Kinda. And here in the United States, we have a senator named John Kennedy. I don't know what state that he's a senator from. He's got a real Southern accent. He's addressing Congress or the Senate or something. He's talking about eating shrimp that's radioactive, this radioactive shrimp, and he shows a picture of the alien that came out of the stomach in the movie Alien. He says, now, if you eat these radioactive shrimp, this is what's going to happen to you.
If you eat it, how could you end up looking like the alien in the Alien? Because the shrimp was radioactive. I kid you not.
He's in Washington. Anyway, my comment was, I was in a band called the Radioactive Shrimp. We weren't very good. It's gotten almost 400 likes. We can't get 400 people to listen to this podcast, but we can get 400 people to like that comment. Anyway, this one woman, her comment was, please stop. You're making me have to go to the bathroom. So how much funnier can you be?
So you may need to edit around this, but I'm curious of what Sure 91 wants to ask. Sure 91 wants to ask us a question. We can edit around and put this wherever in the
Absolutely.
episode you
Sure
want to.
91, what's your question?
We're not used to having people actually listen to us. What do we know about Finland? Well, Finland is where, and this is true, 97.6% of the world's fins
Come from Finland.
are kept.
Yeah.
Now, most of them go on to various aquatic animals and species.
That's true.
But there is a
true.
small subsection that is sold primarily to, of all places, Costco.
Right.
And also Buc-ee's for swimwear for kids.
Right. And by the way, Finland, nice going, because every animal I've seen with a fin, I have not seen any stitching. I have not seen any, sometimes when you glue something to an object, it gets a little globby, and you can tell that it was glued on there. That like you break a vase and then you put it back together. Vase. You break a vase and you put it back together. You can tell it's put back together. But you people in Finland, damn, you're good at putting fins on animals. So congratulations. You got fins to the left, fins to the right.
Fins all up and down this bitch all damn night.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it rolls.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Oh. What do you know about Finland?
Now, there we go.
Yeah.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by the Reversible Belt. Hi, I'm Dave Lay, and there's a saying that's been passed down 3 generations in my family. Whether you wear pants or shorts, a man isn't a man unless he's wearing a belt. I own lots of pants, and I hate futzing around trying to find the right colored belt. So I always wear the reversible belt. Black on one side, brown on the other. The reversible belt is the perfect wardrobe accessory for any man who cares about his appearance. So what are you waiting for? Go out and get a reversible belt today. On sale now at JD's 24-hour drive-through pawn and gun auto parts pharmaceutical adult gift bait and tackle discount cigarette outlet.
I get bored a lot on Facebook, and I like to give updates of what's going on in the world of Darin Cox. And you remember, like last year I had said that I was going back and forth as to what my favorite Spin Doctor song was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it was Little Miss Can't Be Wrong or Two Princesses. And anyway, so that was an update. So last week I decided to give an update on some things going on in the house. And I had said that we had lost our pizza cutter. How do you lose a pizza cutter? Well, it turns out we had it in our silverware drawer. It got pushed back, and then it fell over the back of the drawer into where we keep our pans. And good news is I found it, okay? And that's my stupid, and I know it's stupid, that's my update on what's going on in the world of Darin Cox. And all the comments, people were like, thank God you found it. I was about to come over and help you look. What kind of pizza cutter was it? Why didn't you use scissors and all these things? Mm-hmm. I had 2 people comment. One is my friend David, who lives in Texas. Mm-hmm. They lost a cat like this. A cat
fell behind their...
Not in their silverware drawer. A cat had gotten into their top drawer of their dresser. They had closed the drawer, and the cat had fallen back into the dresser. A couple days later... They find it safe and sound. How do you lose a cat? And then I've got another friend, this woman she lives in Chicago. She had also lost a cat inside her sofa bed. So if you've ever lost a cat, let us know at irritabledadsyndrome.com. Because like I said, I'm screwing around talking about pizza cutters, and we've got people actually losing cats in their house.
Booba has been, what do you call that? Everywhere.
Pooping.
Defecating.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
All over the place.
Dropping deuces.
And here's the deal, is it's diarrhea of the purely...
No.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Of the purely liquid variety.
Oh, Lord.
No solidness at all. So what does she do when she gets like that? Well, she wants to be near Dad. Where's Dad, and what's Dad doing? Dad's grinding his camos, which is by the computer.
Yes.
Actually, literally using the computer.
Yes.
And see, Bess and I have she calls it the craft room. I call it the computer room.
Right.
I've semi-joked about rolling some duct tape down the center of the room. Your stuff stays over there. My stuff stays over here. What she does is if any of my stuff creeps over in her craft area, she puts it over in my computer area. So I have things like the Atari 7800 thing that I showed you.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool things like that. The U2 Sphere book, it's down here now.
Yep.
Because I don't want it to get pooped on. She's been placing those on the ground over there. So now I have a dog who is actively spraying radioactive waste near all of my beloved possessions.
My question is, what the hell?
So I panicked. I went on. The first thing I did was threw the dog outside.
Yes.
went around with the stuff that you spray.
Like the bleach.
Sprayed all the places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gasoline, and you set it on fire, let it burn for a little bit, and scrub it up. No, yeah, bleach. And then, so we got some chews that she's able to eat.
Right.
Thank God Amazon delivers by 4 a.m. I ordered them at like 6 p.m. It was on our doorstep when we woke up the next morning.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's
okay.
awesome. Yeah. The problem is they take about 90 days to work. The good news is...
That seems like a long time to me.
The good news is Booba is no longer defecating all over the place anymore. And my collector's items are safe.
So what was the problem?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
That's a great story.
Thank you. You can edit. You know what you could do? You could edit me out of this entire episode.
Time now for a deleted clip from a previous episode that you probably wouldn't have known was deleted if we had never brought attention to it.
Speaking of hilarious, oh my God, Libby and I went to see The Play That Goes Wrong. Okay, when we were in New York a couple of years ago, there's literally 50, 60, 100 Broadway plays to choose from, and there were so many that we wanted to go to. We wanted to see Shucked. We wanted to see The Book of Mormon. We wanted to see... I wanted to see The Play That Goes Wrong. And then there was a bunch of others, and we couldn't decide, and we made a decision, and we went to see Six, which is about the 6 women who were married to Henry VIII. And that musical was amazing, right? Anyway, so we never got to see The Play That Goes Wrong. Well, it came to the La Comedia Theater. Mike, I can't remember laughing so hard or so often at a public event than I did at this play. My God, was it hilarious. And you're laughing at something that happened 5 minutes ago, and then you're laughing at something still from 4 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, and then something that's happening currently. It was hysterical, and I cannot recommend highly enough, if you get a chance to see The Play That Goes Wrong, if it comes to your town, go see The Play That Goes Wrong.
You recommend it?
Yes, I do. Yeah. We went to see it at a dinner theater. So they had a buffet before the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I ate myself stupid at the buffet. It was so good. The food was amazing. And then they said, if anybody would like seconds, you can run up here and get seconds. So I'm walking up there to get a couple more rolls, maybe some more ham. I haven't decided yet. I'm walking up there, and this kid runs past me and gets in line.
Too fast for you to effectively trip him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. So he gets in front of me, and then his parents are behind me. And they said, yeah, you got ahead of us there, buddy. And he looks at him, and he says, do you want me to come back? He sounded like he was on helium. I swear, I you not. And they said, no, you ran up here. You stay right there. You stay right where you are.
Yeah.
And they're insistent that he not come back and join them in line.
Yeah, stay in front of this other person.
Right.
You cut in front of.
And then the mom and dad were talking to each other about something, and the kid leans over. What was that? Oh, no. No, you didn't want to get in line with us. So you don't get to hear the story.
Yeah, I see what's going on here.
I'm like, what's the deal? He's one person in line ahead of you.
Yeah.
Let the kid know what you're talking about. But they're like, oh, no. You get back. You stay right there where you were, little mister.
This has been a deleted clip from a previous episode that you probably wouldn't have known was deleted if we had never brought attention to it. Now, back to the show. Time now for the Gumby episode review of the week.
So a couple of weeks ago, I stumbled upon Gumby. Okay, everybody knows Gumby. People mainly know Gumby from Saturday Night Live when Eddie Murphy was Gumby, right?
How the hell are people not going to know who I am? I'm Gumby, damn it.
Gumby, damn it.
All right, so a few weeks ago, we stumbled upon an episode of Gumby. It was Gumby versus the robots, and it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen, and I discussed it on the podcast, and Mike and I had so much fun that we decided that we're going to talk about a Gumby episode a week until we either run out of Gumby episodes or we just get tired of talking about it, which is most of the things we do on this podcast.
Yeah.
So last week, we talked about Gumby going to the moon.
I was on the moon, but I'm sure glad to be back, Mother.
This week, Gumby gets visited by a Native American who wants to find the rain spirits. It's Gumby, and I think the title is Gumby and the Rain Spirits. Okay, so Gumby and Pokey are swimming in a pool. Okay, they're jumping off a diving board. They're jumping way high up in the air. And landing, splashing.
A horse.
Yes, yeah. Pokey is the orange horse, okay? And what's wild is this particular episode, Pokey's eyes keep bulging out because he's like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like he ate some peyote cactus.
Like when he goes way up high, his eyes bulge. Okay.
So Pokey jumps in the pool, Gumby jumps in the pool, and as soon as Gumby jumps, this Indian, and this cartoon was made in the 50s when people referred to them as Indians. But anyway, so this Native American Indian falls, and Pokey says, "Wow, how did you splash twice, Gumby?" And Gumby's like, "What are you talking about?" He says,
Wait, he falls into the pool?
Yes.
Out of the sky?
Hopi, the Indian, falls out of the sky into the pool with Gumby and Pokey, and he says,
"I must have come down Round Canyon. I didn't know Indians ever got lost.
What were you looking for?
Medicine man told me to visit rain spirits and ask them to give rain so that our corn will grow."
They use the robotic kind of Native American talk. So Hopi comes and he lands and he says that he's hoping that they'll help them find the rain spirit. "My people, we need rain so that we can grow corn and pumpkins." And Gumby says, "Okay, well, follow me." And so they're walking down this big row of books, and they're clay figures, so they can magically just stick their head inside the book.
Yeah.
Kind of like Patrick Swayze did in Ghost.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And so they poke their head in the book, and Pokey pokes his head into a different book and starts eating all this weird candy. This is a very weird episode. But they're looking in this book, and they see that this is like the path to go to find the rain spirits. And now they're like walking through, it looks like they're in Arizona or they're in New Mexico, and they're walking, and then they see this sign, an actual sign, like painted on, that says "Rain Spirit," and it's pointing at this cave.
Like a Vegas sign?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like a white sign with paint on there that says "Rain Spirit." So they're like, okay, well, that's the direction that we go. So they walk into this cave, and Pokey thinks there's icicles from the ceiling and starts licking the icicles. And this is where Gumby says, "No, Pokey, those aren't icicles.
Those hanging up there are stalactites, and those on the floor are stalagmites. They are limestone deposited by water dripping from the ceiling for hundreds of years."
Oh.
I'm like, wow.
Okay.
Gumby knows a whole lot about caving, stalactites, and stalagmites. They decided to go through this very, very narrow part of the cave. And like I said, they can poke their hole.
That was the educational portion of the show.
Yes,
that's
it was.
what they used to secure the funding for the rest of the Pokey and Gumby adventures.
Yes, they could poke their head through these books, but they're climbing through this whole part of the cave, and they had to get really, really thin and squeeze through. Pokey gets stuck.
Of course.
Like, how do you get stuck in this rock when you can walk through pretty much anything that you want, you idiot orange horse? So this is when they find this group of Native Americans, and they're chanting, and they're wearing these headdresses, and they've got this blue and red makeup, and there's a fire, and they're dancing around the fire. And do you remember the movie King Kong with Jeff Bridges?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember when they were up top and they saw the natives chanting and whatever, and then they got caught?
All the fire and everything.
Yeah. Right. Well, we had a moment like that. The Native Americans spotted Gumby and Pokey and Hopi at the top, and they said,
"Do not be afraid. We know you came here for help."
Well, how do you know we're here for help? How do you know that? It was anyway. They said, so we're here to see we need to find the rain spirit. So the people chanting or whatever said, "We know you're here for help," and they asked a serious question: "Are you obedient to your mother and father?" And Hopi says, "Yes, I am." He says, "Okay, well, we will help you find the rain spirit."
Okay,
perfect.
Okay, sounds like a cult at this point.
What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
So the spirit says, "Yes, we will help you get rain. All you have to do is take the first ear of corn that grows and put it atop the highest rock, and then Thunderbird, the messenger, will bring it to the warriors."
Yeah.
Again, Pokey's like, "This is the weirdest I've ever seen in my life."
I'm getting out of here.
They go and they plant all their seed.
Whoa. This took a turn.
No, they plant the corn seed.
Okay.
And the pumpkin seed.
Yeah.
And Pokey's like, guys, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Like, well, the rain is going to come, and then we're going to be just fine, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And
load everybody up in the Thunderbird and tear on out of there, sow in their seed across Vegas. Is that where this is going?
No.
All right.
They planted all their corn seed and their pumpkin seed, and they're standing on top of this mountain. And now, Flying Stone, the goat, the pet goat.
You can't just
He runs in.
His name is Flying Stone?
He runs in and rams Pokey in the ass.
An actual goat
with his horns.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a clay goat. It's
not the greatest of all time.
Right? No.
It's an actual goat. Flying Stone.
A goat. Flying Stone runs in and hits Pokey in the ass and knocks him off the hill. Flying Stone, what are you doing? Bad goat, whatever.
Notice he picked Pokey and not Gumby. You don't pull that with Gumby.
Exactly.
Gumby will stab your ass.
Right.
He didn't put up with it. His dad, I don't know if you know this, if you haven't listened to the previous episode, his dad took a wrench through the chest from Skynet.
Yes, he did. Yes,
HAL 9000 became sentient and threw a wrench at Gumby's dad.
That's right.
Gumby's dad didn't even flinch.
Yeah, his dad wasn't in this episode because I thought any minute now his dad was going to come in with the fire truck.
Yeah.
And then find the rain spirits somehow.
Yeah.
And by the way, last week I forgot to mention that when his dad went to the moon to rescue, he brought some spray. Some aerosol spray, and then he was like freezing the cone people who were trying to. We don't know what they were trying to do to Gumby.
They were trying to ask these people what the hell they're doing in their house. They're up there doing their cone activities on the moon, and here comes this gum-based creature and its horse.
So the goat, Flying Stone, rams Pokey in the ass and knocks him off the hill.
Yeah,
and he says,
Rain spirits tell me to punish strange horse who not believe rain spirits promise.
This episode's really effed up. And they're like, bad
This is going to be my favorite episode of all time.
So what does Gumby do? Gumby says, it's okay, we've got this. He wraps Pokey up in like 42 square feet of gauze and bandages.
Okay. Okay.
Where did he get the gauze? We don't know. We just don't know. So then lightning happens, and they start seeing visions of the Native American warriors in the sky, and Pokey's eyes keep flying out more and more and more and more. And they're like, hey, let's go watch the corn grow. Yeah, that's exciting. Let's go watch some corn grow.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean...
So then the corn maiden, Kachina, magically appears.
Okay.
The corn, it magically comes out of the ground.
Too many characters in
I know.
this.
They take the corn to the highest peak.
Okay.
And then they wait for Thunderbird to come pick it up and deliver it. And they're like, well, great, now our family won't starve, right? And they're like, you are very kind. Now we will not starve. Like they're robots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
are we sure that they're not disguised, like robots from the previous episode, disguised and trying to get back in Gumby and Pokey's good graces?
No, we're not.
No.
But if that's the truth, then we didn't see that.
Okay.
Because the episode starts coming to an end, and Gumby's like, "Well, I'm glad you guys got all your corn and pumpkin. Do you want to come swim with us?" And Hobie's like, "No, I'm going to hang back or whatever." And they're like, "Okay, well, it's nice meeting you." And they're getting to wrap things up. Next thing you know, Flying Stone rams Pokey again in the ass.
He's
one of the spirit warriors takes this long stick, this cane, and starts just wailing the goat on the ass.
Okay.
Just like caning him. Just like beating the crap out of this goat. And Hopi's like, well, that's what happens to...
spare the cane, spoil the goat.
That's what happens to disobedient goats. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They actually said that?
Whip for Kachina, punish Flying Stone for disobedience.
So that may be this last episode of the Gumby. Well, guys, listen. This is that's all she wrote for this episode. You may come back next week. You may not. We don't know. We hope you do.
Yeah.
We do. We really hope you come back next week.
Yeah.
And definitely come back, and we hope to see you then on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Rankin Bass production. Copyright 1977.
Rain spirit must be in here. I hear sound.
And again, Pokey just wants to get the hell out of there. He's freaking out.
I'm with Pokey.
He's absolutely freaking. God, this is going horrible.
I think it's going great. Chris Hughes, we didn't tell you could ask questions for a reason.
Yeah, we don't want you asking questions.
I would like you to ask questions, but
okay.
Pappy here.
Wait, why am I Pappy?
I can swear that in Finland it's better. You can say anything. Nah, you can say anything here too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope you enjoy living in Finland. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna argue with you. We got some guy in Finland trying to throw shade at us.
I don't think he's throwing shade.
I know. I'm kidding.
He's not throwing shade. He's Finland. It's right next to that other place. Yeah. Here's the deal.
It's the Las Vegas of the.
It is
of the West.
I suck at this. Hey, thanks for listening to it. Damn it.
You got this.
I can do this.
You can.
I can do this.
We got all night.
I'm building the next bloopers episode.
Which did pretty well for us, by the way.